I found it or just kind of stumbled on it like 2 weeks after it started way back when. It means a lot to me. Greeting a soldier coming home, your eyes lock up even. They'll lock up and look right at you and know that me being a Vietnam veteran, I'll wear some of this or a little vest with some medals on it and stuff. They're walking in my shoes, you know, and they know that I've been where they're at. I didn't get that far to start really worrying about going home. I just knew I was going to be there for a good while, and I had a job to do. I was trained, I had people under me that looked to me for leadership. This is a small town we went through, was evacuated before we got there. This is a hooch, and this is most of my squad right there. We took a stop. I don't think anybody had a shirt on that day. It was pretty warm that day. Here's one of our hills we had a base camp on, kind of. Our company was on it. Just about any time you were close to a town or something, you know, the village or something, and you set up camp, they'd come running out with all kinds of stuff, trying to get you to buy stuff and everything. And there's our 3-man Vietnam thing, and there's a picture of me at one of the Veterans Day things, and then my actual basic training picture. Yes, I knew Oakland was on the TV all the time, as there were people at the airport there waiting for the troop flights to come in, and the troops would get off their flights and stuff, and people would be chiding them and, you know, calling them bad names and this, that, and other. It wasn't a good time to be a soldier.
Although mostly peaceful, shouted confrontations were frequent and fiery during the course of the march.
Fast forward 40 years, I was looking in the newspaper here in Louisville one day, just back in the one ads and stuff. They had a small little advertisement, the military order of the Purple Heart. And I kind of snuck in the back door there, and the sergeant at arms came over and said, can I help you? And I said, well, I'm a veteran and I'd like maybe join this organization. He said, come in here and sit down. That meant something, because the last time I went to one of those places, they told me to leave. So we were sitting, I went and sat down, and they were talking this, that, fundraising, stuff like that. And Virgil stood up again and he said, just a minute, let me stop this for a second. And he pointed at me. He said, sir, would you stand up and tell us your name and where you served? I went, whoa. I said, okay. So I stood up and I told him I served with the 4th Infantry Division in Vietnam from September to March of '71. I was wounded twice and served also in the Marical. And there's something we do now, and it was good back then. I didn't know it was going to happen, but the other guys, right I got through saying all that, the other guys all in unison said, welcome home. And from that day on, me and that chapter, we hang, and we hang tight.
Hello.
The slimmest guys always hold off, you know.
Whatever. Where's the
I said that to my son.
Did you?
Son. I said to him, this is probably what you look like next.
Oh my God. I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I can belong with these guys, you know. And that's when the healing probably started then. When your own people welcome you home because they know that's something that you haven't had 35 years later. That meant a lot. Since Iraq has ratcheted down and Afghanistan is pretty stable right now, the flights are running about 120, 150 guys per day. We found that we've developed this little bear here, and we give that to the kids and of the soldiers that are coming in, and it kind of calms them down, gives them something to hold on to while they're waiting for daddy and stuff like this. That's our little, that's our logo and our phone number and stuff like that. But we've given out over about 700 or 800 bears to the kids over the last few years, and I'm kind of the bear guy for our chapter. Okay. Okay. Well, we're Vietnam veterans, and we want to give the kids a little of the ones that are waiting on a soldier a little bit. I'll give to you, stranger danger. Okay. Okay. And we thank you. That's compliments of our veterans group. Okay. Y'all waiting on a soldier? Okay.
It's been a bad couple of months. Yeah.
While we're here, y'all are here a little more. Y'all are here good. I'm here so those guys don't have that experience and stuff. If somebody's here and cares. Nobody cared back then. And I try to catch them once in a while. I said, well, there were people on at the airport waiting for us, but they weren't there to tell us what a good job we'd done.
Well, that's kind of, when I first hired on, a lot of our guys were, Vietnam veteran era.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
heard those same stories. And,
Yeah.
One thing you always kind of want to try to do is if you have an opportunity to make a change. This is
it too, yeah.
This is where it starts.
I tell them I got a lot of Band-Aids on me, from all those wounds, and this helps. You get to pull one off every day, and I've been coming out here 7 years. There's still a lot more to pull off. It's just unreal the things we carry, I guess.
They're coming in from Afghanistan and Iraq, and especially for those in Afghanistan, it's a pretty grueling process for them to get here. The ones that are out in the tiny little mountain outposts, they have to be helicoptered out of those outposts sometimes 1 or 2 trips until they get to either Bagram or Kandahar. So as they come through, if you would just be mindful of a couple things. If they initiate it, by all means grab them and squeeze them real tight and let them know how proud of them you are, but let them be the initiators of that. Same thing with the handshake. If you put your hand out to shake it and they walk right past you, don't take it personally. We never know, where they've been or what they've been through. They tell us over and over how much it means to them that you're here supporting them, though. So we do thank you so much for being here. Also,
Just to see their faces light up when Dad comes around. Dad's face lights up, and then the tears, And of course, I'm probably getting old, and they can call me a fuddy-duddy, but I can cry just as much as the young wives can. I tell these guys out here too that they say, "Well, why do you keep coming out and stuff?" I said, "Because there was nobody there when we came home." 4 or 5 years ago, I talked to some people one time. They wanted to know information. Something that came out of me, I didn't realize that much, but they said, well, how long, the same question, how long are you going to do this? I thought to myself real quick, until the last one comes home.